Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Minecraft on the Mindcrack Fan Server, and as always, I'm back in this tower. Tower. Delicious tower. I must eat this entire tower, right now. You know, one day I should make a tower completely made out of cake. How is that relevant in any way? I don't know, but I feel like I should. Project for another, eh? Anyways, we're gonna complete the floor upstairs today, and as always, I have some random stories from my childhood that I talk about. Last time I talked about, spawners. Yes, spawners. You see, in my childhood, there was these things that actually existed called natural spawners, and you know what happened? They killed my entire family. Right now, I'm talking to you from the future. It is the year 2050, and I record in fourth dimensionally power things where I send information into the past where it's significantly relevant to people in this time frame. Yeah, okay, that makes total sense. Total sense. Monkeys. Anyways, there was this one thing that I remember from my childhood that was very apparent. I've said before that I have obsessive compulsive disorder, but it was really apparent when I was a child. For example, back in the day, when I was a kid, we had something called a VHS. And you're like, VHS, what the hell is that? Well, that's the thing that came before DVD. And DVD is what came before Blu-ray, but nobody uses Blu-ray because that's a bad format anyways. Everybody uses the internet now. Honestly, Blu-ray is one of the worst formats because it kind of popped out of nowhere and they're just like, oh hey, we have this awesome player. Internet. Oh, fuck. So it's kind of really stupid in my opinion. People still buy DVDs over, over Blu-rays, and that's why Netflix thrives. Flies. It flies across the sky. What am I talking about? Anyways, so when I was little, I used to watch an old VH copy of Honey, I Blew Up the Baby, and you're like, what the fuck is that? Okay, to briefly describe the plot. Some guy, scientist, takes a ray gun, blows up his kid. Not that way. He doesn't just destroy his son into a million pieces. He ends up using a ray that increases the size of his son. And his son is about the size of, like, Godzilla. And for anybody that doesn't know Godzilla, you all live in a hall and need to get out of the house. So says the guy that lives in his basement and needs to get out of the house. Do it now. Get out of the house. Because I can't. I'm all alone. And people that watch that are, some of my friends are going to be like coming out on me like, dude, we're totally getting you out of the house. Wait, what the fuck did I just say? Dude, we're totally getting you out of the house. I don't know what the fuck did I just said. But, wait. Okay, so Godzilla! Okay, so what ended up happening is he increased the size of his own child and just created his, like, this super giant child, and it was just like, why do you make these inventions? Because what ended up happening was the previous movie to this was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So you think the scientist would think, you know, maybe it's not a good idea for me to mess with mechanics of size because the result could fuck up everything. But I guess after he built a machine that shrunk things, he decided, well, god damn it. Damn it, I don't want that on my bar. I want iron pick. You could have thought, you know, that's a bad idea. So he was thinking, alright, I just want to increase the size of my penis, so let's make this ray. Oh, yeah! And then what ended up happening was very bad events where his son's penis, even though his son was a baby, was bigger than his, and he's like, damn. Today isn't that a good day to be a man, is it? Nope. Because that day his son made many, many well-endowed men feel incompetent. They're like, there's no way we can take him on in a million years. And that day, many men committed suicide. Anyways, obsessive compulsive disorder. Oh my god. So, I would watch this movie. I think as I was talking to my parents, they said I literally watched it hundreds of times and just would memorize it for whatever reason. And it is very strange because I remember when I was a kid and I was playing with Legos. Yes, there's something called Legos. Wait. Actually, most people should know Legos. The only thing people don't know is duplex. Or, no, not a duplex. Duplox. Which is basically the cheap version of the, Legos in supersize, so your children won't choke on it to death. Oh, yeah. Choking is fun. I'm gonna shut up now before somebody kills me. Oh, damn it. But, who are these... Damn it. Oh. That was close. Oh. Oh my god, who let her in? I don't know who this person is, but apparently Darkfin does not approve. I will say hello. So, as I was going back on topic, and I would actually attempt to build a miniature ray gun out of Legos. And it was kind of strange because I memorized keyboards and stuff like that and just tried to build a replica of it. And you think, well, why aren't you a scientist? I don't know. Honestly, I can't tell you why I'm not a scientist today. Because science is actually a pretty interesting subject. I think after a while, my teachers kind of pissed me off, and I'm like, fuck school. I hate it. Hate school. Alright, so after one, okay. And this one right up against the side. Okay. But I was like, I don't like school. Nope. Nope. Sheep. Sheep. I think we have a lot more females on the server now, or it may be just an illusion to me. The stories of a lonely single man who just wants to get the poo-tang. Anyways, but wait, something's not right. Anyways, it's just something that was very apparent when I was a kid. I would always have this craze for obsessive compulsive disorder, and I would do this frequently with videos and stuff like that, and other movies besides that. What were some other things that I watched over and over? I remember watching The Goonies like a billion times. Shoot. Because I can't remember a lot of... Oh, that was that rated R movie. That was a funny one. I love telling this story. So, when I was about 5, I actually saw my first rated R movie, which was a action flick with Steven Seagal. And you're thinking, well, that's not too bad. It was kind of like people murdered each other, and they killed each other, and blah blah blah. You know why I like this movie? It was Under Siege 2. If anybody doesn't know that movie, go look it up. I mean, it's kind of obscure in a certain way. I watched that movie because, oh damn, I love trains. Well, when I was a kid, I loved trains, and I was just like, trains. I like trains. Literally. Oh, I could be that I like trains guy. I like trains. Except I can't summon a magical train that will kill everyone. Honestly, that'd be actually kind of interesting to see happen. And a skeleton's gonna come behind me and he's gonna smack me in the back of the head. That or a zombie or creeper or just anything in general that's just bad and wants to kill me and eat my soul. But I watched that movie so many times, and it had a train in it, and my parents were just like, it's cool, he can watch that movie. And then when they actually watched it, they're just like, oh, what the hell did we let him watch? And I kind of like, oh yeah, because honestly, to this day, I actually still remember the plot to the movie. Okay, first, you got Steven Seagal, he's a cook. His niece goes on a train ride with him. They go on a train. Terrorist takes over the train. I don't know. He wants money, something. Can't remember exactly what. Then he basically is kind of a dick to everybody and blah, blah, blah. He's a terrorist. Expect that to happen. Goes to train. Woo! Takes it over. Steven Seagal's like, I ain't taking that shit. Boom. Going back to the front of the train, trying to take it over again. Nope. Sniper. And kind of falls through and is like, oh yeah. Checks to see if he's dead. Not to be seen. Apparently he was underneath the train like a badass, decides to go underneath the train, and then slowly but surely he starts to retake over the train. Apparently the terrorists have some kind of missile control thing where they're able to launch, I think it's either a set of missiles or something. They have some kind of disc. Then there's this black guy. He is the sidekick to Steven Seagal, and he basically takes the disc, and then the train stops at one point. They get off, and they go to, like, they find this disc, and then they leave. It's like, fuck. And then shit goes awry because apparently they go on the wrong side of tracks. Like, they're supposed to go a certain way. They go the opposite way. Apparently, they're going in the direction where, I think it was a gasoline train was supposed to be going, which is, oh god, fuck that. So, anyways, what ends up happening is, Steven Seagal ends up saving the rest of the passengers in the cart because all of them get converted to one cart at the back of the train. Don't know why. Just I've never understood that part of the movie to this day. I mean, you'd think you would have. Oh wait, you want to put the hostages somewhere, and you don't have to worry about that. So he puts the hostages all the way in the back of the train. He uncouples the car and then leaves. So the only people left on the train are Steven Seagal, the black guy, his niece, and a bunch of terrorists. Yeah, plot. So he ends up, like, the end of the movie just gets really graphic, and there's this one scene that my dad has always quoted to this day, where Steven Seagal, as a chef, he beats down this guy and kicks his ass in a kitchen, and Steven Seagal, the cheesiest line ever, still the funniest thing to me this day is, nobody beats me in the kitchen. And to this day, my dad memorized that quote, which is like the most random quote to memorize, but cheesy one-liners are actually kind of funny sometimes. That one is really cheesy, but I kind of like it. And as I'm going over the plot of this movie, we're continuing. Anything interesting to say? Anyways, okay, so he goes to the train, he beats this guy down, and then what ends up happening is, on the opposite side of the tracks, oh hey, there's a gasoline train coming your way. Oh fuck! And then what ends up happening is the train crashes into the other train, and there's a helicopter, and then they get on the helicopter, and basically the terrorist guy, the main terrorist guy, is underneath the train, and he's basically getting run over by a train. Well, sort of. His fingers are getting run over, which is probably the most graphic thing I have ever seen to this day. I mean, besides horror movies and shit like that, I mean, this is back in the day, in the 90s, where production value was less CGI and more realistic. So looking at this kind of was like, oh damn, that's kind of creepy. So what ended up happening is this guy's running over in just explosions, and Michael Bay would wet his pants, just that kind of explosion. Yes, Michael Bay was like, this film once, it makes me be inspired to become a filmmaker, and thus he created Transformers. Transformers, robots in the... You know that movie's all about explosions. Transformers, psh, What's that? Anyways, so all these explosions and stuff like that, and then they're slowly escaping, and then the guy that got his fingers run over by a train somehow manages to climb the ladder that was released by the helicopter, climb up. Wow, wow! At the same time, this bastard is lit on fire like it is the 4th of fucking July. And he's just like, I can't remember what the guy's name was in the movie, but by this point I think the main terrorist knew his name, but he was just like screaming out his name, and then they boot kicked him off, and then he was kind of dead. And then they flew away, and then it was a happy end for all. Except for the guy at the bottom who just got blown up by a train and fire and just stuff. And the whole entire reason I watched that movie is because it was on a fucking train. Yep. My childhood, everybody. I'm surprised I'm not fucked up. No, that's a lie. I'm very fucked up. You just don't know it. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. And no, this didn't inspire me to become a martial artist. I didn't really care much about martial arts until recently. Honestly, I've watched many martial arts films as a kid. They did not interest me. For whatever reason, I've never been interested in the martial arts until recently, when I knew, oh, hey, martial arts is kind of awesome. And it's kind of ironic. By the time you're 20, you all want to do martial arts. And then you'll get to an actual studio, and then you'll realize, oh, I am out of shape. Well, I wasn't out of shape. I actually got myself into shape so I can endure more karate. Irony. Whatever. I doubt I'll be able to finish just right now, but I mean, I've been talking for quite a while about my obsessive-compulsive disorder. I told you the summary of a plot. Go look up Under Siege 2. You will be very surprised that I basically told you the entire plot. I mean, I may have cut out the subtext and stuff like that, like the one part where these guys were thrown off a cliff on a moving train and they both died, but it was kind of implied that they died, but you don't really know that they died. Oh yeah, that subplot. But anyways, it's just one of those things. I will watch things and listen to things. Oh, God damn it! I hate you. Burn in hell. Where I will watch things as a result over and over, just to... Alright, I missed a few. As a result of just the fact that when I was a kid, I was obsessed with certain things and I loved them. And now, the only thing that I really watch over and over is probably songs until I memorize them. Most things for like movies and stuff like that, I only really watch once now because of result as I have really good memory and I can basically remember the entire plot of a movie in my... Oh shit. That scared the balls out of me. That scared the balls out of me? I don't even know how that's possible. Just like, bloop, bloop. Both of my balls. They're gone. Oh man, where'd they go? Both of my balls. My boys are gone. Both of them. Anyways, random tangents as usual. Ugh. It looks like a snowflake. Ah. It's beautiful. Shut the f*** up, you motherf... Nobody asked your fucking opinion. You shut up. Anyways, Anyways, as always, thank y'all for watching and listening to zombies who are very annoying right now. You are being rude, asshole. And looking at my beautiful snowflake while I talk about a movie that a 5-year-old shouldn't really watch, but he watches it anyways because he decided, hey, it has a train in it. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Look up Under Siege 2. You'll like the movie because there's a train. Shut up. See you next time.